It is often said that a successful marriage requires falling in love many times, always with the same person. But our society rarely talks about what to do if the marriage goes south. And not surprisingly at all, in a difficult marriage, women often end up in an inconvenient situation, either due to twisted laws by their spouse or due to the pressure of the society. Now don't get me wrong, I won't go bulldozing over men, making every husband look bad. Since we are about everything legal over here, I am going to simply talk about a few important rights which a married woman should know in order to protect herself if and when the marriage goes south. Hi, this is Advocate Afreen Hossain and I am currently practicing at Alipur Judges Court, Kolkata, and in today's video, I will be discussing in details a few important rights that a Hindu married woman is entitled to. The right to matrimonial home. A wife has a legal right to stay in her matrimonial home under any circumstances. For example, if her spouse dies. In case of a divorce, the wife can also choose to stay in the matrimonial home as long as she wants until she has a proper place to move into. Also, she can legally stay over there if she wants to. Right to divorce. You can legally file a divorce without the consent of your husband in case of infidelity, cruelty, emotional and physical violence under Section 13 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955. Also, you can claim maintenance under Section 125 of the Indian Penal Code, which clearly states that women can rightfully claim maintenance for herself and her child, especially if the husband earns more. Right to Stree Dhan. Before we begin, let me tell you what Stree Dhan is. Stree Dhan refers to all the movable and immovable properties, gifts which a woman receives prior to her marriage or during her marriage, during her childbirth or even during her widowhood. Section 14 of the Hindu Succession Act 1956 and Section 27 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955 states that a woman can rightfully claim the Stree Dhan as its sole owner. She can also file a complaint under Section 19A of the Protection of Women Against Domestic Violence Act if her claim is denied. Right to claim a child's custody. You as a mother have the supreme right to claim your child's custody, especially if your child is below 5 years of age. You can also take along your child with yourself if you are leaving your matrimonial household without any legal order. Despite equal custodian rights, you can claim your child's custody in the event of a disputed home. The right to abortion. You as a woman have the right to terminate your pregnancy without the consent of your husband or your family. The Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971 allows women to terminate their pregnancy until 24 weeks. The court even allows women to terminate their pregnancy after 24 weeks in the light of special cases. Right to property. The 2005 amendment of the Hindu Succession Act 1956 claims that a daughter, regardless of her marital status, has equal rights to inherit her father's property. A woman also has legal rights to inherit her former husband's property only if the husband hasn't created a will that excludes her. Additionally, if the husband happens to remarry without divorcing his first wife, the right to all his property belongs to his first wife. I have made a detailed video regarding the rights to property for women. Click the I button to check it out. Right to report domestic violence. Under the Protection of Women Against Domestic Violence Act 2005, you as a woman have the right to file complaint against your husband and family if you happen to face any kind of domestic violence such as acts of physical, emotional, sexual, economical violence and other acts of ill treatment. Right to report dowry and harassment. You as a woman have the right to complain against your family and your in-laws if there is any kind of exchange of dowry involved in marital affairs under the Dowry Prohibition Act 1931. Section 304B and 498A of IPC criminalizes exchange of dowry and any kind of harassment related to it. This is for all the women out there. You have all the right to safeguard yours and your child's interest. You have all the right to a happy life, be it with marriage or without one. It isn't your fault if your marriage is failing, so don't be afraid to exercise your rights. This is Advocate Afreen Hossain signing out.